What? What? Excuse me, sir. I think I'm missing some pages. I can't be at the acknowledgements already. What? No. No! Where's the rest? This is not okay! Oh my gosh, no! Why does this always happen to me? I don't understand. I quit. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Leah here, and today for you all, I'm going to be reviewing The Rise of the Dawnstar by Farah Umar. And so, I have a review up for her first novel, The Last of the Fire Drakes, which is the first novel in the Avalonia Chronicles, which you guys should really go read. It's so good. And then come back to this video, and you can watch the review and go check out The Rise of the Dawnstar, because in this video, you will be spoiled for the synopsis of the sequel. So, if you haven't read The Last of the Fire Drakes, don't continue on, because I'm going to read the synopsis. Anyway, moving on. I was sent a copy of this book for the blog tour for it's called the official blog tour for The Rise of the Fire Drakes, which I'm so happy to be a part of, and thank you guys so much for sending me a copy of this book. I really appreciate it. And yeah, without further ado, I'm going to be getting into this review. Hey guys, I realized midway through filming my review that I hadn't read the synopsis for the sequel, so that's what I'm going to do now, and I'm just going to insert this clip earlier in my video, so don't mind this. Aurora Firedrake returns in the spellbinding sequel to The Last of the Fire Drakes. The 7 kingdoms of Avalonia are crumbling, and evil is spreading across the land like a plague. Queen Morgana is close to finding a way to open the Book of Abraxas, and it's only a matter of time until she uses the power trapped inside its pages to enslave the entire world. With Avalonia growing more dangerous by the day, Aurora must travel through war-torn lands and deep into the heart of the Fae Kingdom of Elvi. Her goal is to find a legendary weapon infused with the last of the realm's ancient magic, the only weapon in the world powerful enough to stop the Queen. Aurora might have survived her first battle against Morgana, but the true fight to save her kingdom and restore her throne has only just begun. So, the first thing I have to talk about here is the world building. First of all, Farah has this way of writing her world and creating different kingdoms and cultures and just like interweaving them together. That's just like, it's beautiful. It's like melodical. It's like the way she writes is magical. Like honestly, it's just like, it has a really good flow to it, and just the way she writes, it's like very good storytelling. I really enjoy it. And so the setting is very vivid and bright in your mind. So when you're reading this, it's not like you have to try and figure out, oh, what does this look like? It's like, it's easy. It's like you can just read it and be like, oh, I feel like I'm there. That's how it was for me anyway. You might be different, but that's how it was for me. And moving on from the world building, I gotta talk about the characters because, guys, this sequel this ripped out my heart so much, and I can't anymore. I'm just like, why? And I'm sad because I have to wait for the 3rd book, but you know, anyway, let's get on to the actual characters. So, basically, Aurora, she makes a lot of development in this story. She has gone from the I don't know what I'm doing, who am I, what is this, what even, to this woman who's just like, well, this young woman who's just like, I'm here to do this is who I am, this is who I need to be, I'm going to work to this goal. And she's a very hard worker. She's that person who even though she doubts herself a lot in this book, which, I mean, it's understandable due to her circumstances, but even though throughout all of her doubts, she's always like, comes back. She bounces back from those doubts, and she comes rising back up, talking about what she needs to do and who she is, and that she will do what she needs to do and save her kingdom. And it's perfection. I love it. And I just love the development that she gets, because we can tell a major difference from the 1st book to the 2nd book, and it's very evident. And another thing I really like about Aurora's character that's changed in this in the sequel is how, even though she's going through all of these changes and she's getting to see like the Fae side of her heritage and learning to control her powers and dealing with betrayals and everything else under the sun in this novel, she also has to deal with like just being a teenager and like love and things like that. Like, what I really loved about her is how she's like, yeah, experienced in battle and she can do this and that, and she's getting more experience with that, but when it comes to her love life, she's just like, what? She's like, she doesn't know what she's doing with it for real. And I find that so relatable, because she's at at the start of this novel, she is 17. And so most 17-year-olds don't really know how love works or what to do when put in romantic situations. And so I feel like everything she did was relatable to real life teenagers. And also throughout everything she was just going through, she had her moments, even though when she was being like super just fantastic and bad, just like killing it, even throughout all of that, she was still able to just, you saw the side of her where she was just a regular teenager for the most part. And I really enjoy those moments where it's just like you could see her teenage side throughout, from the queen side and the princess side and the royalty and all the magic. Like you could still see her and know that she was a teenager, that she wasn't just some 20-something trying to get back her throne. And I really enjoyed that because that made it even more relatable for me. Now, this next character, we gotta talk about Rafe, because there were some, like, the way she wrote Rafe in this sequel, it's like, to me anyway, it's like he is the same person, but his actions are kind of different. He has a different motivation, so to speak. And so it's like there's just some things that bothered me about Rafe in the sequel. Like, I loved Rafe and it was fine in book 1, but after reading the sequel, I'm just kind of like, okay, but also, let's be real here, for the most part, he was absent in this entire novel, so he was gone there too. And then, moving on to other things in the characters, there's, we meet a bunch of new characters, guys. We meet so many new characters. There's Santino, and there's Tristan. Yeah, Tristan. And then Brandon, Sky, Andromeda, all these other people. And we get to meet the people of the Fae Courts, and we get to meet the people that Aurora just stumbles across on her way to Elfie, and just like she has to deal with the betrayals and finding out who's really there for her, who's being fake, what she needs to do, and who to trust. Which, that was very interesting because, guys, I didn't see a lot of the stuff coming that happened. I was just like, wow, it was, whew, but it was great. And next, I'm moving on to execution of the plot, the story, everything else. And so, I must say, considering the fact this is a sequel and most sequels are never better than the first book, this sequel was way better than the first book, guys. I'm dead serious. The Rise of the Dawnstar is like, it's so much better than The Last of the Fire Drakes. Not saying this is bad. This is fantastic. But it's the fact that you can take fantastic and exceed it with your sequel, The Rise of the Dawnstar. And I was just like, wow, like, I was really shocked. Because I knew it was going to be really good, but I didn't expect it to go above and beyond the first book. And when it did, I was just mind blown, guys. It was fantastic. And so, basically, the synopsis of the novel, as you heard, it's just the execution overall. I have 3 things to say about it. First of all, the writing with the execution, it was magical. It all flowed. It made sense. And then there's also, like, the characters, too. Like, this story, it's very character-driven. And and the characters really drove the plot in this story because we went from so many things. Every chapter was like boom, boom, boom. Like, there was always action, and there's always something crazy going on or some new revelation, whether it be personal with, like, let's say Aurora's love life, or whether it be something like, oh, betrayal, such and such betrayed me. And it's just like, it really gets you in your feelings, guys. I'm not gonna lie. And so, yeah, in conclusion, this book was fantastic. It exceeded the first novel, and everybody needs to go pick up this series because, guys, come on now. Beautiful covers, fantastic story, amazing characters, and let's not forget the magical world building because, guys, that world building is so good. It's so good. But anyway, I just have to say that if you're interested in things like, if you like the Red Queen series or the Throne of Glass series, then I definitely recommend this series. I'm not saying to compare this book and expect to get Throne of Glass or Red Queen from this novel, because don't expect that. It's its own little thing and it rocks what it does. But yeah, I recommend this book. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and I can't wait for the third book, guys, like, for real. And also, if you want to see more of, like, my in-depth spoilery feels and things like that, I'm going to be uploading a discussion video later on my channel, and go check that out if you want to if you want to see me, like, crying and having issues, because, guys, it was not pleasant. I stayed up till like 2 in the morning reading this book on a school night. I finished it, and it was bad. I was a mess. But anyway, you don't need to know about that. Let's just carry on. So, yeah, that's it. And also, there's a giveaway going on for this blog tour. Go make sure to check down in the description, and you can find my number down there. And you can also find Farah Umar Boys, all of her contacts, and her website, things like that. And yeah, it was nice seeing you guys again, and I promise I'll be back soon. See you later. Bye.